Hello, and welcome to another Kids Talk Sports video. I'm your host, Yash, and here's your other host, Abe. Today, we have a NFL predictions video of the playoffs. Obviously, yesterday we found all of the seedings for the games. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. I just want to say, though, real quick, that go check out our playoff prediction video that we did at the beginning of the season because it actually might be pretty accurate. Yeah, I'll put that.
I don't think we put Washington.
Yeah, we didn't put Washington, but it's like Chiefs and
Wait,
Packers. The main points of it might actually be pretty close.
Packers. No, I think we put San. No, we put Tampa number one. I think.
Yeah, I think something like that. I mean, but
I
yeah,
think I
so
remember there was a four-way tie because it was like we had Tampa, Greenway, San Francisco, and then Seattle. I think.
yeah, and we might do a video comparing our old one and our new one and like how it's actually happening. But anyways, I'll put that video in the description. But okay, I guess we'll start on the AFC side. Obviously, Chiefs got the bye, so they don't play yet. But Titans, Ravens. Ravens are favored as of now. I think that's stupid. Uh, I think Titans win. It's gonna be close though.
I don't. I think with this game, I think it's gonna for the Titans gonna depend on how Ryan Tannehill and the wide receivers play because I think Derrick Henry obviously will show up because if you look at the Ravens defense, I think Calais Campbell's not even like a good player anymore.
He's
But
not.
yeah, so I think with Titans you have to rely on obviously that defense because you can't be allowing 38,
Yeah, but
40.
the defense sucks. That's why I think it will be close.
Yeah, but I mean I think they have good, corners and safety. They never get any pressure on the D line, which is a problem. And you saw that in the Packers game. Like, I mean, Packers have one of the best O lines, but you didn't get any pressure at all, especially in the snow. But anyway, that's a different story. But with the Titans, you have to rely on the defense. So because Lamar Jackson's electric with his legs and everything, and I think that you have to use Ryan Tannehill and like receivers like AJ Brown and Corey Davis and all those people. You have to make sure that they get. I mean, he's a really good quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, but you have to. It's the playoffs now, better teams, more competition, I guess. So you have to rely on those receivers and Ryan Tannehill. Because we all know Derrick Henry will show up. But with the Ravens, I think obviously defense matters because you want to stop Derrick Henry. That's your. And I think if you take away Derrick Henry, it puts a lot of pressure on Ryan Tannehill to make a lot of throws, which I don't think he can make.
I think he
Um,
can, but so okay. Who do you have though?
I would. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Okay, well we're gonna have to skip that for now. Uh, Steelers Browns. Please don't make this hard. It the Steelers
Mhm.
lost by what is it, 2 or 4 points, and the Browns could beat them hardly with a backup quarterback in. I'm sorry, it's pretty obvious the Steelers win this.
It's the Browns.
Do
I'm
you
sorry.
agree?
Okay, listen. No, I don't agree. I don't agree because okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna say because listen. I think everybody keeps saying, oh, they had a backup quarterback back in. They still had Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool. They still had Juju Smith-Schuster. They still had Deontay Johnson. The only two players they were missing were Big Ben and T.J. Watt.
Oh wow, that's no big deal. Just their two best players, most important players.
Yeah, exactly. But no, but
Exactly. How
Is Juju not an important player?
they would be fine. Like they
And
would
people
win.
keep forgetting that Mason Rudolph was actually the starter last year. It's not like he's not a good
He's
quarterback.
bad. And
Okay,
do you think they had any sort sense of urgency? This game meant nothing,
mhm.
nothing besides like a extra seed or whatever, which didn't really matter because you're still gonna play one of these teams.
Okay, tell me,
Honestly,
would you rather take Baker or right now Baker or Big Ben?
right now Baker,
Okay, and then would you rather take Nick Chubb or James Conner?
Nick Chubb.
And would you rather
Would
take
I
T.J.
rather
Watt?
take the Steelers defense? Yes.
Okay,
And
whatever.
their consistency, which I mean, listen, this is one of Big Ben's last years, and playoff Big Ben is not like they literally could have lost on purpose because they knew they would play the Browns. I would love to play the Browns in the first round.
Before we made this video too, you were criticizing the Ravens because they beat the Bengals. The Steelers couldn't even beat the Bengals healthy. Juju Smith-Schuster got cracked by Von
This
Bell.
is playoffs.
Bro, you think they weren't trying? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, buddy. Bro, the Bengals had a draft pick to lose, and they still beat them.
Which team are you talking about?
The Bengals, they had a draft pick. They're contending for a good draft pick. They beat them.
The Steelers?
No, the Bengals. The Bengals won.
Yes, you're saying the Bengals beat the Steelers. Yeah, they beat the Titans also. That's fine. I'm saying that are the Bengals in the playoffs? No, they're not. The Steelers did the Steelers beat the Browns the first game?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I'm not.
But that was before Baker Mayfield started, actually playing well.
Man, this is gonna be a tough. Yeah, we're never gonna agree on anything. Okay, we'll just skip that one. What's going on here? Okay, so Bills Colts. Please don't say the Colts here.
I'm gonna say Bills. I think that the defense is good. It's gonna be like a little closer because the Colts defense, they actually have a decent defense. I think they're like top 5 or maybe top 7, but I think it will be a lot closer. I think weather will play a big factor because Buffalo's a pretty cold place too. It's not like everybody else is warm except Lambeau, but Buffalo's a pretty cold place, and I think it will be really close. I'm gonna say this close at first, but they're gonna pull away because I think that's what the Colts are known for. I think they've done that a couple games this year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure don't the Colts play in a dome, right? So I guess they're kind of affected. I mean, everyone on their team. I mean, Philip Rivers has played in cold weather, so I don't think he'll be affected as much.
What do you mean? He used to play with LA. Are you serious?
He played in the Chargers, but he's played at Arrowhead and stuff in the cold. It's not like this isn't his first time. The Colts legit most of the people on their team are not as experienced in cold weather as Philip Rivers. But the reason I think the Bills crushing this is because they're on fire right now. Oh, wait, I couldn't hear you. What were you saying?
I said that LA's not cold at all.
Yeah, I know. LA's not cold, but he still played the Chiefs and Patriots.
You just no. Okay, competition, yes. Weather, no. And we're talking about the Bills. The Bills have home field advantage.
Yeah, I know. Listen, yeah, obviously. So, but I'm saying that, I mean, Philip Rivers, I don't think the cold, my point is I don't think the cold's going to affect him as much, but the Bills are going to run away with this one because they literally put up 56 against the Dolphins, and they didn't even play for anything. So that's going to be interesting. I mean, this game's pretty obvious the Bills win it.
Mm-hmm.
Except that Josh Allen doesn't have any playoff experience. But
he went to the playoffs last year, I think.
Yeah, but he lost, right? First round.
Yeah.
So he has one game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess we'll just skip that rest of the AFC for now because I think the NFC might be a little more straightforward. Mm-hmm. Washington football team Bucks. I
actually think it'll be somewhere. I think the Bucks will score 25 to 30 points. I think it's just enough. There's too many weapons on that Tampa Bay offense that I don't think they'll be able to contain them. I think Chase Young is a great player. I think the Washington football team are trending in the right direction as of winning and contending and stuff. But obviously they're in the worst division still. But I mean they're not a bad team at all. I mean they've been contending with some good teams, but I think Bucks still win. Thank you. But there's too many weapons. Tom Brady, you got Fournette and Ronald Jones in the backfield. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, and obviously you got Gronk as tight end. So I think there's just too many weapons for Washington to keep all of them in check, I guess. So as to say, so I think Bucks win.
Yeah, I think I knew this was going to happen. Tom Brady turns it up at the end. If I'm any team in the NFC, I don't want to play the Bucks because Brady on fire right now, and then if Antonio Brown's really back because he had a really good game last game, then that's really dangerous. I think Evans got injured, but I haven't really heard if it's like a major injury.
Mhm.
But there's too many weapons on that team, and their defense, if they can stay healthy, is really like they can play good, especially because they crushed the Packers that one game. But anyways,
But
I
this is
also
Atlanta,
agree
so that's different.
the Washington football team is definitely going in the right direction. I think they're the most underrated team in this playoffs, but they're not going to beat the Bucks.
I
Okay,
think that's
so
because that's like they're the only team that's not even supposed to be rated.
yeah, exactly. So and the Bears, but okay, Seahawks, Rams.
I'm going with it's gonna depend. If Jared Goff can play, I'm taking the Rams.
Yep, I am too.
Are you taking them without Jared Goff? I don't know
No,
what's
I'm
Jared
only
Goff.
taking them with Jared Goff.
Because listen, Aaron Donald's a monster, best D line. I think he's better than TJ Watt. Do not say that, but I think that Donald best lineman, D lineman in the league. Jalen Ramsey, one of the best shutdown corners in the league, and also they played 3 times. They know each other a lot. You can see the same side for Seattle that they know each other, but that Rams defense is scary, especially if they can get like Jared Goff back in the game because, I think it's not easy if your offense is going 3 and out every single time because then you have to be on the field the whole time. But I think that if Jared Goff playing, I'm taking the Rams, even though it's at Seattle. But if Jared Goff doesn't play, I think it's Seattle in the blowout.
Yeah, I just looked, and I'm pretty sure it's most likely that Goff doesn't play. So I guess, do you want to just put Seahawks?
Yeah, I'm just going to put Seattle.
Yeah, I don't. If Wolford,
I said it, and when this video comes out, I said it that if Jared Goff plays, they win.
yeah, I agree too. But because it's Wolford, he's like, he just no. They have no chance if Wolford starts. So yeah, I'll just put Seahawks. Obviously, me and Abe both agree that if it was Jared Goff playing, then we'd go Rams. Okay. Saints,
Well, I
Bears.
think Cooper Kupp is injured, so that might also be a
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's COVID or something. But Saints, Rams. No, Saints, Bears. I think it's pretty obvious also.
Saints, but I also want to see what happens with Michael. I think Michael Thomas, they rested him for the rest of the season, but I also want to see if anything, because sometimes if you rest somebody too long, they just stay rested, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, but a key player that needs to come back after that game is Kamara. I don't believe I think he is literally going to be like day of or something on his COVID. But hopefully if he's able to be healthy and test negative before the game, he'll be able to play. But
What I also want to see is I obviously want to see that Bears defense because I know that the Bears defense doesn't look good because they've been playing. They've been losing, but they're not bad. I think it's just that they've been playing the good offenses, I guess. But I just want to see how that works out.
Okay, so yeah. Anyways, okay, going back, I have I propose an agreement here. How about I could see the Browns winning, but Titans win against Ravens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what made you think that the Browns would win?
I think that they have more. I think they care more than the Steelers.
Hopefully, Juju Smith-Schuster doesn't dance on somebody's logo.
Yeah, I think they're literally and also I'm not impressed with the Steelers at all. They were on a big losing streak and they looked horrible, but they should be really good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay. Chiefs, Titans.
I'm taking the Chiefs in a shootout.
I agree. I think it's gonna be really tough again.
I'm not concerned about the Titans' offense. I'm concerned about the Titans' defense.
Yeah, and then I expect Derrick Henry to have a big game, except for the fact that last year in the AFC Championship, I think we contained him to 100 yards. I know that's a lot, but for him, that's not very much.
Okay. Yes, but then again, your defense is not as good as it was last year.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the other thing is the reason we won the Super Bowl It's because we were down every single game. If we go up, we play way too conservative and we always lose. We don't lose, but it comes really close. So, Browns, Bills.
Bills.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to say though that I think Josh. I wouldn't be surprised that Josh Allen struggled a bit.
Yeah, I'm actually. So I'm gonna be really intrigued to see how good he plays in the playoffs if he has any bad games. I mean, in the regular season, like these last games, he's played really, really well. But I don't
I
know.
want him. I'm kind of. I think MVP is pretty much set. I think Aaron Rodgers is
Yeah,
gonna win.
it's pretty obvious.
And I want to see who wins Offensive Player of the
It
Year.
better be
I
Henry.
think I think it's Derrick Henry's in that conversation. Maybe Devontae Adams because he's having a stellar year too. But Josh, I don't Josh. I wish Josh. I think Josh Allen might go above Mahomes for the MVP
Oh
because
yeah, probably. Mahomes didn't even play the last game. That's why
not,
MVP is so stupid. It should not be called MVP. But
what do you think it should be called?
that's a discussion for a later time.
And then I'm kind of want Josh Allen to win Offensive Player of the Year because he's been very, very good. I mean,
Yeah, he's
obviously,
improved.
I know he's improved. No, he hasn't. I mean, he's improved by a lot, but he also does have very good receivers. Stephon Diggs is a very good wide receiver. Don't tell me he's not because I think he's one of the more underrated wide receivers in the league. Nobody gives him credit, but it's just I think he's too good. I mean, he should be in the conversation if not winning it. But if Devontae doesn't win it, I'll be fine because Aaron Rodgers won the MVP. But I think that Henry and Josh Allen should be in the conversation.
Okay, so yeah. First off, Diggs, he's a top 5 receiver. Second,
no, but people, I know he's a top 5 receiver, but I don't think they give him enough credit for.
Yeah, and also, but I don't think Josh Allen's only good because of his receivers. I hate when people say that quarterbacks are only good because of the receivers. Okay, but anyways, I think that if
okay,
Derrick
then
Henry,
look at Alex Smith. Do you think he's? I mean, I know he had the leg injury, but do you think he's as good as he was when he was on the Chiefs?
No, probably not. But Derrick Henry, if he doesn't win Offensive Player of the Year, that's just disrespectful. Because there's like only 5 players in the history of the NFL that have had 2K rushing yards. But yeah, okay. Anyway, so what I know that this Bucks Packers thing is going to be controversial because yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So we'll just do Seahawks Saints real quick.
I'm going to take the Seahawks because they have a better defense than the Saints. Actually, they've been playing way better than they were, way better than they were before in the beginning of the season. I mean, their defense looked as bad as the Cowboys. I know that's kind of a stretch, but
no, it did. That's not a stretch. That's actually pretty accurate.
No, but the Cowboys are garbage, bro.
Yeah. This game. Wait, did you say the Seahawks defense is better than the Saints?
The way they've been playing recently, yes.
Okay, that's a stretch.
How is that a stretch?
I thought the Saints defense sucked, and then I saw the numbers, and they're actually really good.
Yeah, but they're the Saints in the playoffs.
Yeah, the Seahawks played really well, like their defense. I agree recently. This game is really, like, if Kamara plays, which I think he will, he'll be back then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Also, there's probably more star players on the Seahawks defense than there is on the Saints.
Yeah, I guess. I'll take the Seahawks. I don't want to make this too. I mean, I could see either.
So do you think it's like a flip of the coin, or do you actually just do it?
Yeah, I think it's a flip of the coin. I don't think the Seahawks are really any better than the Saints. But because their defense is definitely better now than it was like earlier in the year, but they still like lose. They lost to the Giants. Mm-hmm. Like, how does that even happen? And they were losing to the 49ers with like a third string quarterback and like a bunch of injuries still. So I don't know. I think the Seahawks still don't seem like Super Bowl worthy yet, but I guess they could beat the Saints. I'm not like really arguing against it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
but then again, the Saints lost to the Eagles.
Yeah, and the Titans lost to the Bengals, So, anyways, and the Chiefs lost to the Raiders.
But didn't the Bengals have Joe Burrow at that time?
Yeah, probably. Okay, but yeah. Anyways, Bucks, Packers. I mean, you. I know your answer, pretty obvious, but could you agree that you could see the Bucks winning this?
I could see the Bucks winning, but here's some of the factors for me. One, one is that the Bucks defense has regressed since then.
Yes, it has.
So that's a little bit different.
But don't say the Packers defense is any better. It's way worse. Packers defense is bad.
Let me get there, okay? Second, it's at Lambeau, which is basically the opposite of Tampa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a huge difference. I agree with that.
And they're like one of the few teams that probably have
for that. Yeah. But carry on with what you're saying.
Okay, and then the third reason is that I know you said the defense is trash, but they're getting better than what they were.
Yeah. I mean, but
and you were just saying that the Chiefs last year, the Chiefs held Derrick Henry to 100 yards. We held him to 90 yards.
Yeah. Well, you guys were up the whole game. You couldn't run.
No, I know that, but listen, and I don't care that you say it's at Lambeau. If you're gonna say that, okay, if somebody were to say that, the Titans and Packers game was at Lambeau, so is this game too. So it's not any different. Maybe the weather's a little different. Maybe it's rain, or maybe it's very just cold weather. Maybe it's snow, but I think that I think with Tom, I don't know.
See, this is the thing here. This is why I'm still iffy. Even though I agree with Packers, it's Tom Brady. It's not like Tom Brady's never played with with horrible receivers. Well, let me explain what I'm saying. No. Let me explain what I'm saying.
He's played with great receivers.
No, what I'm saying is that here, this will make sense after I explain it. What I mean by horrible receivers is everyone on that team is not good at cold weather, except Brady. Brady literally played.
And Gronk.
Yeah, and Gronk. Okay, so if the receivers play worse because of the bad weather, which I still think they probably won't, but if they did and they played like horrible receivers, it's not like Brady's never played with horrible receivers, if you get my point. Mm-hmm. But because Brady's not gonna have a problem. This is like his zone, okay? Mm-hmm. That's why I'm like, if Brady plays like he's been playing these last weeks, mm-hmm. I don't
see how like that, he's winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but like that the Packers played so bad against them.
Okay.
Like really bad.
Mm-hmm. But what I'm trying to say is, when I remember when we lost that game, I texted you and I was like, okay, it's the beginning. It's still the beginning of the season, and every team needs a good loss, right?
Yeah.
And you agreed with me, and you were also saying that because I think the same day the Chiefs lost to the Raiders.
Yeah. Which thank God the Chiefs lost that, because otherwise they would have went undefeated, and that would not have been good.
Yeah, and then. I think another thing with this is that I've watched almost every Packers game, but every time I've seen, Green Bay, they're basically the best offense in the league in the first half. But then in the second half,
they show.
They go, yeah. I know, right.
They basically, it's like Andy Reid told your coach how to play the second half. Mm-hmm. Because it's so similar. The Chiefs, like if they played like they were down the whole game, they would crush, but they don't, because it's like they want to keep it close. That's why the Packers lost against the Colts. I was watching that and I'm just like, when will that coach ever learn? Because how do you score 3 points in the second half? Okay. Anyways, I guess I'll go Packers here. I mean,
they need to score consistently in every single half.
And the defense will have to step up.
The other advantage is that the Green Bay Packers have a bye.
If the Packers defense can hold Brady to like 24 points, mm-hmm. I think the Packers could win. And the Packers can't stop playing.
I think I said this already, but they have. Yeah, no, that's what I was saying, but that's why I brought it up. But Packers also have. I think they're expecting the Bucs to win. If Washington wins, I think it's still an easy. If Washington wins, it's an easy dub. But I think they're.
Yeah, obviously.
I think the mindset of the Green Bay Packers is prepare for Bucs, because that's what you're expecting to win. But if it's Washington, I think it could be a trap game, but I think they'll be ready because like if you're preparing for Tampa, it's probably going to take the both 2 weeks, the 2 weeks. But if you're preparing for Washington, I think it only takes 1 week.
That's mean. It's true though. Okay, so yeah. Okay, anyways. Chiefs Bills.
What are you gonna say?
You know my answer. And I think it's true though.
What makes you say it's true? Give me your reason.
Because so the Bills against the Chiefs, I know they've probably gotten a lot better since then, but they played horrible against the Chiefs. We just ran the whole game. Like we didn't even play. If we would have played, the score would have been a lot bigger of a difference. But I'm pretty sure let me look at the score. But I think that the Bills, they're a lot more of a complete team now. And like as Diggs and Allen get better, it's gonna be really tough. It's gonna be a shootout, but I mean, it was 26-17 at the time, or at that game, but we really crushed them. Allen had a horrible game.
I have two things to say. One, Bills offense got better. Two, Chiefs defense got worse.
Yeah, okay. But okay, explain to me how the Bills would win.
I think the Bills will win because one, I don't know any good corner on your team to guard Stephon Diggs. Okay, number one. Number two, I think if Josh Allen can use his legs, he's very dangerous. Three, I think with Tyreek, I mean, you guys have a bunch of weapons. Okay, you got Kelsey and Hill, but I think they might. They're not going to hold you a bunch, but I feel like in this game they might hold you. And then again, they also lost to you before and only scored 17 points. So I think a little bit of revenge kind of thing there. But they're not going to stop you a lot. But if they can get like 1 or 2 stops, if they get 3 stops, I have a bunch of confidence in them. But I think that's what happens.
Okay, so you said that they have Allen and Diggs, and Allen can run. Hill is better than Diggs.
Is he in your top 5? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying Hill is better than Diggs. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, so then I agree. Tre'Davious White on Hill is better than Diggs on L'Jarius Sneed or Rashad Breeland. Okay, so I guess that's better. But then Kelsey, Sammy Watkins in the playoffs, we rested him. So Sammy Watkins, if you remember last year, he was played like a number 1 receiver last year. And then Mahomes can run just as well as Allen if he really needed to, but he won't. I just don't see their Bills would get outplayed.
Okay, so I have another thing.
That's what I'm saying.
What makes you think that Sammy Watkins can do the same thing this year as he did last year?
Because it's probably his last year on the Chiefs, and he's been rested. He got injured in the regular season, like always, and then he's set up for the.
I actually don't know what his injury was. Could you please tell me that injury? I don't keep track.
He just gets like hamstrings and stuff.
Okay. And then what makes you okay? You told me everything on the Bills defense, but what about the Bills offense, and what makes you think that you can stop them?
Okay, so the reason I think we can stop them is you have to cover Diggs, but they can't run. Okay, they can't.
Fair, yeah.
Well, actually, maybe they can't because it's the Chiefs, but Elaire could come back for the AFC Championship. I'm pretty sure, and this would be the AFC Championship. And we have Bell.
But then again, we don't know how he's coming back.
Yeah, but we have Bell. I think if we needed to, Bell could play pretty well.
Okay.
But then if it comes to, I just think if you look at the thing that's going to matter in this game, I don't think defenses can stop each other. Then I think the Chiefs' offense is better.
Okay. With this, you hit a bunch of points there. I will say that, but I think, yes, is Mitchell Schwartz out for the whole year? Is that what you're saying?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so.
Here, I can look though. I mean, he's probably out for the whole year.
Okay, I think Tre'Davious White. Okay, I'll start on the Bills defense because that's where you started. I think Tre'Davious White can do a decent job against Tyreek Hill. I'm not saying he'll completely, take him out of the game, but I think that's what will happen. Like, he can, at least try to hold him back a little bit. or neutralize him. But and then with they also have Micah Hyde. I didn't talk about him, but he's still not a bad player. Micah Hyde, okay, I guess. I said he's okay. Okay, I didn't say he's great.
I'm just okay. Listen,
I didn't say he's higher than Matthew.
But explain to me how you can argue with this. If both defenses can't stop the offenses, then and the Chiefs' offense is better. Like maybe there's going to be a couple stops in the game. Then
okay, tell me this. Okay, who has scored more points over the past couple of games, Chiefs or Bills? Not including the Chargers game because
that's so stupid. The Chiefs have.
How is that? How is that? You're hyping up the Bucks because
okay, no. Listen, it would have to
be. That's
be
exactly what the Bills did, though.
It would have to be before the Falcons game, then.
Who, the Bucks?
No, the Chiefs. The Chiefs versus Falcons. You would have to.
What did the Falcons? No, that doesn't count.
Yes, because the Chiefs weren't playing for anything.
They were trying to clinch the number 1 seed.
They had a 99.9% chance of clinching.
What, in that game alone?
No, before that. They didn't have to play because first off, they could have been.
No, Mahomes is getting paid too much just not to try, okay?
So Thank you very much. What he did? When he could have thrown on third down, he would throw it away and just like cover himself. And explain this to me. This to me, okay? Fourth and 1, we're on their 25 or something, and we do a Sammy Watkins flip and then throw it deep to Mahomes. You think we'd ever do that if we're trying to get the 1 seed? No, we wouldn't. I guarantee it.
So basically, you're saying the players are not trying and they don't want to win.
That they weren't trying to, like, they didn't need to win that game. Yeah.
Okay, quote Yash because he said that players don't need to win. They didn't want to win.
Yeah.
Mahomes has the biggest contract in like NFL history. So thank you very much.
Like he would rather throw it away and not get third down than get hit.
Who, Mahomes?
Yeah.
Isn't that good? You don't want your quarterback getting injured.
Yes, I'm saying that. If we were trying to clinch the 1 seed, he would have done it for that.
So you're saying if they were trying to clinch, he wouldn't throw it away?
Yes, if they were trying to clinch.
Oh my gosh, whatever. Okay, but with the Bills, you know. Okay, so I'm assuming that Mahomes should just throw one-legged throws across the field and hope that somebody catches it. Is that what you're saying? Wild pressure in his face.
I'm not sure what are you saying, like, if he was trying
to
So
you want him to throw a contested throw with somebody right in his face, rather than throw it away?
Instead of getting nailed, if he was I'm saying if he was going to get nailed, if there was someone contesting the wide receiver, he wouldn't throw it there anyways, unless he was confident he would hit it.
Okay, buddy, you can put the Chiefs, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills win.
Okay, I was going to say, because if you did that, then you know what's happening to the Packers.
What are you going to say here?
I think Packers are much better than the Seahawks.
So you think if the Saints had beat the Seahawks, what do you think then?
Still Packers. The only team I honestly think that could be better than the Packers are the Bucs.
Okay.
Because
I'm not arguing.
The Saints, they're
honestly, with the Seahawks, their offense hasn't looked terrific at all these past couple of
games. Yeah, it hasn't. And like I said, they lost to the Giants. Like, I don't even know how that's possible.
The Giants are not bad, though. They almost beat Tampa, remember?
They almost beat Tampa, but they didn't. Did you just say the Giants aren't bad?
Yes, I said the Giants are bad. What's wrong with you?
They're really bad.
And did you forget that? I want to know what happens to Saquon after this year.
Yeah. Okay. We're not going to talk about Saquon, but yeah, like I said, it's already Packers, and we don't even need to discuss this just because we already flipped the coin and we said Packers win.
Thank you.
I want everyone that watches this to put down in the comments who you think wins this.
Because, and also, if you're a fan of the team, I'm just not gonna listen to you because I mean, it's basically what happened here.
Yeah, exactly.
If you say Ravens beat Titans, I wouldn't be mad. If you say Steelers beat Browns, it better be close. If you say Rams beat Seahawks, we already said this already, but Jared Goff better be playing. And if the Bears somehow beat the Saints, then Mitchell Trubisky better play like Tom Brady. That's
exactly. So yeah, honestly, like I said, I go check out that video that I'll put in the description because we had Packers and Chiefs in the finals. I don't remember how we got to that point, but yeah, that's pretty interesting. We didn't know that the Packers are really good this year. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers, I don't think anyone expected him to be MVP. So, yeah, honestly, I think that's basically it for this video.
Mhm.
Subscribe. We've got some more content coming out. And yeah, let us know who you think wins. Even if it's not one of these two teams.
What if Washington makes it past the first round? I'd be really happy.
Yeah, yeah, I would not. Well, you would because
Yeah, I know I would.
Packers. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Anything else to add?
Go Pack, I guess.
Okay, go Chiefs. Packers aren't winning that, but it's fine. Yeah, and I'm not surprised if Bucks beat the Packers. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching. More videos coming out soon.